Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. So as you can see, our Hypertufa pot is now ready. It's all healed up. Probably a few more days and it is going to get even more better. But I really love that all of the details of that plastic container has come onto the pot and it looks extremely beautiful. So the next step what I'm going to be doing is, because a lot of people tend to ask me how do we tend to soften the edges or just even the edges. Now you can see the edges are not very even. You can see they're a little raw. Ideally I prefer to use them just like that. I do not use anything to shapen them up. I just leave them as it is because I prefer that raw look. But in case if you do not like these imperfections, then what you can do is you can just use any kind of sandpaper. Now there are different types of sandpaper, but go for one that is very fine. And then all you have to do is just rub it around it, and you can see the more you're going to rub it, the more finished look you are going to get onto your pot. So as you can see, it's no longer imperfect. You can see it's in one straight line. So in the same way, you can just do that for all of the edges. You can just start sanding the edges to make it even more smooth, and that's as simple as that. Now again, when you're doing this, ensure that you're using a face mask or something to cover, because there's going to be a lot of dust that's going to come through it when you're sanding it. So be very careful. Now ideally you can even sand the upper portion as well, but I do not want to get into it. I'm just softening the edges of this pot, and I think I'm pretty much done. I do not need to put in any more efforts because the pot was already very well shaped. So I'm just going to do it a little bit, and I'm just going to leave it as it is. Now you can do it as per your wish. So this is very simple to sand it up. So now our pot is ready. We also have the drain hole as well. So we are now ready to pot a succulent in this. So let me first close the hole over here. I'll just use few of the leca balls to cover the drain hole, and that's going to be enough. Just going to use, actually I don't even need so many, so I'm just going to use a little bit of these leca balls and block off that. So now I'm going to use the regular succulent soil mix that I use, which I make it on my own, which is 80% of aquarium sand and 20% of filtered garden soil. If you want to know a little bit more about that soil mix, I'll put the link in the description below. You can check it out how to make that soil mix on your own. So I have filled it halfway through with the soil mix. Now this is my succulent that I'll be using in this pot. Now this is my Echeveria Pretty in Pink. There is some soil from my previous mix, which I will leave it as it is because I do not want to disturb the roots. So a lot of people say that you should take out all of the soil from the roots, but in case if you feel that the soil is good, there are no mealybugs, the succulent is doing absolutely fine in that soil mix, then there is no use of completely taking out the soil from the roots. But in case if you're buying succulents from your nursery and you're worried that there might be some coco peat or some other mix that might be on the succulent roots, then it is better to clean it off. But when you are confident, because I know that I have been using my own soil mix for all my plants, so I'm very confident that it is the same soil mix and there is no coco peat or any other mix present on that, so I don't have to be worried. So I have put in the plant along with the previous soil mix. I will add a little bit of more soil. I'll just top it up, and I'm going to show you the end result. So I will just quickly top it up with some more of my soil mix so that the plant is completely fixed into the soil. And at times I do tap it a little bit so that if there is any air pocket in that, the succulent can adjust and all of these air pockets are released. And that's about it. So here we go, we are done with the potting. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to add any more succulents in this, and after that our succulent is done. You can see the succulent looks absolutely beautiful. I feel the pink color tends to complement very well with this gray pot, and if you want you can always go ahead and color your pot. I usually do not do that. I just leave them as it is because the gray color tends to look absolutely fantastic with our succulents. Now if you want you can color the pot, but I usually do not prefer to color the pot. I like that raw look. the raw gray look of the pot. And when the pot is colored, what I have experienced, or in my opinion, I feel that the succulent tends to lose that beauty, and a lot of focus goes onto the pot. So I prefer to keep the pot very basic and let the succulent stand out. So you can see it's a beautiful succulent called as Echeveria, pretty in pink. I've also made a video on its care tip. You can definitely check it out on my channel, or I'll put the link in the description below. So we are done. It looks absolutely beautiful. Give it a good amount of indirect bright light for some days, because it's just been repotted. Watering should be done after 4 or 5 days, or probably more than that, because you can see the succulent is absolutely well hydrated and quite healthy, which means that it does not require watering very soon. So guys, I hope that this video on using my Hypertufa pot was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.